welcome back. We are here with our ingredients for these Quickie Quesadillas. We just got done playing some drinking games with our delicious smoothie, so too bad you had to miss out on that. But I am sure you're gonna love this next recipe. Super easy. The ingredients can be found
anywhere.
Any
grocery store. That's what I love about this recipe. The ingredients are whole wheat tortillas. You can use corn tortillas, regular tortillas, anything you want as your base, but we are using whole wheat tortillas today.
Are there any reasons for using one over the other, or it really just doesn't matter because you get different benefits from each?
Sure, yeah. The whole grain and even the corn are going to have a bit more nutrition, so they'll have a bit more fiber over the white ones. So the rest of our ingredients are some chopped tomatoes, green onions. Maybe you've seen our friend green onion before. So we're going to chop up some of those. We have some fresh salsa. Feel free to use whatever you have on hand. If you have a jar of salsa, that's totally fine. And we have some prepared hummus. The recipe calls for you to make your own, and that's totally fine and quite easy. So it leads you through how to do that with a can of chickpeas and some seasonings, and that's super easy. But what's even easier is buying it. And
Agreed.
They have so many good ones out there.
They do.
Not all of them are created equal. So this is really the simplest fast food you're going to find. So I have my tortilla sitting here, and I have a spoonful of hummus, and as I said, this is a spicy hummus, but feel free to do whatever type of hummus you like. There's all sorts of types out there, from Kalamata olive to lemon hummus. There's so many. There's
faster.
We're gonna eat
while you're
very
working on
soon.
it.
Yes.
Sounds so good.
So give it a nice healthy spread around here, all over. And what this recipe, just everybody loves it so much because once it's heated, it really tastes very cheesy.
We're gonna heat this.
We are. So
Scary.
yeah,
this
it's
is
gonna
where
be fun.
I can go wrong. I can do some bad things with us. Okay.
We'll move very slow for you. So we're gonna put on some fresh salsa. We'll drizzle that over top, as much or little as you like. And this is another one of those recipes, and I was mentioning earlier that you can really make it your own. So you could do refried beans on here. There's a lot that you can do.
That sounds good.
Yeah, my whole lunch this week has been refried beans and tortillas
I have been
in the
learning
toaster
that
oven.
for my kids' lunches, so they don't realize they're eating the same leftovers. Throw in something else, and they think it's completely different.
Exactly, and it's a really great way to stay on a budget.
Sure.
And eat really delicious food and
Definitely
change it up.
important in this economy.
Yeah. So we have our green onions, and just one word about our green onions. They just chopping off the very end and of each side. So let me just show you real quick what I would suggest in case you've never chopped a green onion before. So just chop off this little friend here, and then the very end. But the rest of it is good to go. So you can chop the entire thing. Some people will throw away this whole part. And this sometimes doesn't taste as good in recipes. People usually use the thicker ones, but this is great for garnish. It's perfect for something like this. So I encourage you to use the whole thing.
I actually don't notice much of a difference, so
yeah,
I use it
good.
all anyway.
Very, very good. It's going to give it a nice flavor. So we'll load up on that.
The smell is so wonderful.
Yeah.
I love being in the kitchen, smelling all of these yummy smells.
Yeah.
And as I say, every episode, this is what I wish I could share with the viewers, is the experience of making this.
Yes, so you have to do it at home.
That's
exactly.
right.
And a little bit of tomato, fresh tomato. But since we have our fresh salsa, it's a little bit redundant, but just to make it a little heartier, you can do that.
Sure.
And you could imagine you could put spinach on here. There's a lot of things you can do with
Sunflower
it.
seeds.
Oh yeah, that could be fun too. So just top it off, press it down a tiny bit, and we're gonna get it on a hot pan.
Oh, heaven
Here we
help
go.
us. Alrighty.
Okay, so we're gonna turn on our heat, and we'll start off with low. All right, so yeah, so we basically just want to get it heated on both sides.
Okay.
So we'll just let it go.
You have
for
to
a
flip
quick
it?
second. We do.
Yay! What
You
a
wanna
fun
try?
experience. Oh, so no microwave cheating on this, right? No.
You'd have to put that to the test. I'm not sure.
Could that ruin some of the nutrients? Or you're not going to be heating it so long that it's
Yeah, totally fine to throw it in the microwave for a hot second. All right, so I think it's pretty well and heated on the one side, so we're just gonna give it a flip.
No ducking needed.
You'll notice that you'll start to see a lot of brown specks coming out of the tortilla.
Sure.
It kind of lets you know that it's getting good and heated. And feel free to just sort of lightly touch to see if it's heated all the way through. I like mine crispy, so I might let it go. But if you're just trying to do it very quickly, just heating it for even 1 to 2 minutes on each side will be just fine.
Now this is another way I can get my kids to eat their veggies.
Oh, yeah.
Is sneaking it in burritos and things like that. Now if they see it, they'll pick it out, but if, more often than not, it gets thrown in their mouths.
Yeah.
So it sneaks in there somehow.
Absolutely, and salsa and tomato sauce are great ways to get nutrients into kids because tomatoes and even garlic and onions have great healthful properties.
Lycopene.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
the big buzzword right now, the lycopene. Good for your eyes. Antioxidants.
Yeah, so we're ready to turn our flame off here. So we're gonna cut our tortilla, and this is where you can have a little bit of fun with it. If your kids are of the age that they can handle a knife,
Sure.
they can cut their own, and that maybe makes more of an incentive for them to eat it.
Yes.
They're kind of brought into the whole process. So
Involved.
we're just gonna cut one piece for you and one piece for me.
Yeah, huge piece.
We'll cut it into fours here.
Into normal, good sizes.
And look at that. It's creamy right in there.
That looks so good.
Doesn't that look great?
I can't wait.
And I also, believe it or not, I have traveled with this too. So if I'm going to the airport or something, I'll just put it in a baggie.
Sure.
And it gets through security just fine.
I do have to say, one of the fun things about being on a plant-based diet is you can eat large amounts and people look at you like, oh my gosh, they are eating an entire quesadilla or 4. And you know what?
It's so much fiber. Yeah, it's going to fill you up and it's not going to give you sort of the same calories and fat that a
Right.
normal high-fat or
Sure.
cheesy quesadilla
Just go on a bike
would.
ride.
Yeah.
Go on a good walk around the neighborhood.
So this is our quesadilla, and I always, just for presentation's sake, like to throw on a few green onions just for fun.
Looks fabulous.
So, yeah.
Yummy.
Can't wait to enjoy that.
I can't wait either. So we have something else coming up.
We do. We have another fiber-packed dish. One thing I also didn't mention is this is actually a very good source of protein. So it's a fantastic
Protein.
thing
Wait,
to add.
wait. No meat. We didn't put any beans in there.
Except for
No
the hummus.
nuts. That's right.
Yeah.
Hummus. What is hummus?
It's made of chickpeas and some other seasonings. So it's
Chickpeas are part of the
legume family, and they are a great source of protein
Wow.
and iron, believe it or not.
protein and iron. So hummus is good for protein. Now also whole grains.
Yeah,
Right?
your whole grain, breads, oatmeal, brown rice, pasta. This is going to be a great source of fiber, but also protein.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
Not a lot of people say go grab a piece of bread and get some protein, but it
They
really,
don't. Yep.
if you buy the right kind or make the right kind, it can
Yeah.
be chocked full of protein. So what are we gonna do next?
We're making a white bean salad that is so easy and so delicious. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We survived our tortilla flipping adventure, and we have our ingredients to make our white bean salad now, not your average salad.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Let me tell you what we're working with. We have at the center of our salad is our cannellini beans, and we're working off of a can.
Gotta love it.
Feel free to buy them dry, and what I've done is I've already gone ahead and opened it up and I've rinsed it, and so we're ready to go ahead and pour that into a nice big bowl. It's good to go ahead and give your canned items a rinse because it gets rid of some of the sodium.
Okay.
So there are a few stuck in here that I'm just going to reach in and get every last one of them. And this was 89 cents. You can't beat that.
No,
It's
a lot of
really-
people have the idea that eating healthier is expensive and impossible. in today's economy,
Yeah.
but really,
Yeah.
you can use canned, frozen.
Exactly.
Yeah, it can be simple.
Yeah.
Just takes some education, some planning, but once you get on a roll and do more and more recipes,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
becomes second nature.
And you'll find this is a very, very flavorful dish. So next we are going to chop our red bell pepper, but feel free to use a green bell pepper or yellow, whatever works for you. And when I've washed this, of course. When I chop this, I usually just kind of hold on to it at the top and go around. So I chop one side, another side.
And next, we are going to add what?
We are gonna add our parsley. So let me get this all out of the way here.
Okay.
And we'll put this to the side for now, and we will chop our parsley. So let's make
Sounds
space for
good.
that.
Now, I've seen some fun parsley choppers.
Mm-hmm.
I am not as experienced in it, but I can make it work in a pinch. Do you have any tricks for chopping parsley?
Well, yeah, I just sort of, I pull off a bit of the top.
I just got to
that.
sneak a piece because
Yes.
I love parsley.
Yes. So I have my little bunch here, and I just usually try to get the tops very finely minced. So start by doing this. I gather it again and do a cut across.
Okay.
Gather it again, do another cut across.
And are you trying to get it really fine?
Mm-hmm. I am trying to get it very fine so that each bite has a little bit, but not so much that
Overwhelming.
you're pulling it out. You're getting
Got
really
it.
big bites of it. So I'm gonna do a really good mince. Keep bringing it back into a little bunch so it's more manageable. And if it feels like too much, you can break it apart.
Sure.
So do one little bunch at a time. So that's a little bit easier.
It's really starting to look like finely minced parsley.
Mm-hmm. And they like to get away from you, but just pull them back in.
Sneaky parsley.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
So that'll be good
So
for
holding
our
down
salad.
the tip of the knife is a trick.
Yeah.
And just using the back end of the knife to travel over the
Yep.
parsley.
And really what you're doing is you're using your arm more than just your wrist.
Get a workout and healthy.
Exactly. And you know, I usually try to, when I'm cutting, sort of stand up straight and really kind of use my whole arm
Sure.
to get the strength coming down on whatever I'm
Right.
cutting.
It's frustrating.
Sad. There you are in the supermarket, and they just walk by.
Like they don't even know
Don't know what, Mr. Banana?
what we do, how we can help.
I just can't take it.
Doctors know that a vegetarian diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, can help prevent certain cancers, obesity.
Heart disease.
And diabetes.
How can they even sell hamburgers?
Now.
I'm glad I said it.
Brought to you by the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine.
I feel better.
Poor veggies. They really don't get the attention they deserve. I hope you enjoyed the little veggie therapy segment. Now we have chopped our red bell pepper and we've minced our parsley and added it to our white bean salad. But I have got to tell on Jill because during our break, I saw her doing a little chef trick. And if you had not known she had done this trick, you would have thought, wow, cutting a lemon is so easy and glamorous, but there's a trick to it.
Yeah, so oftentimes you'll get a lemon or a lime and it's super hard and you're trying to squeeze it and just nothing coming out or just a little bit. And so I usually, on my cutting board, roll the lemon or lime just back and forth under my palm, pressing down. And what it does is it releases the rind from the skin. And so once you've cut it in half, you get a lot easier of a squeeze.
Sure, it makes
Yep.
perfect sense.
So usually I just kind of do 2 hands over top and you'll start to smell the release just of the rubbing on the cutting board.
Yeah.
And that's just smells so good.
Cooking really is, if you have time to make it a nice getaway, it really can be a stress reliever, a little bit of a workout.
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit of a mini getaway from reality.
Absolutely. You can do all sorts of things. And okay, so we're gonna Chapter.
Oh, that does smell really
Doesn't
good.
it smell great?
Yes.
It's very fragrant. Okay, and I can't see a seed at all. No
I can't
seeds.
either. Seedless lemons. It's a
I don't know
miracle.
how that happened. So we'll go ahead and squeeze our lemon juice in
Wonderful.
here. It comes out a lot
So
easier.
good.
This had a very, very thick peel. Look how thick that is. All right. And so our lemon juice is added in here, which gives us a lot of flavor, but we're also going to add in garlic powder.
Oh, I love garlic
Yeah,
powder.
so that'll be very, very nice. And you may be asking, can I add dried parsley instead of fresh? You could, but I wouldn't encourage it. If you can get your hands on fresh, it's going to taste a lot better.
Sure.
Also calls for some balsamic vinegar, so we're going to add that in here.
And I thought that was wine earlier, and I was walking around with it thinking I had snagged a bottle of fabulous wine. No, it is indeed vinegar.
It is vinegar, and this is the best salad dressing ever. If you are somebody who is tired of buying bottles of $5 salad dressing that are so
Yeah.
high in fat and oil,
Yeah.
balsamic vinegar is the best.
How much about did you use? Just
Yeah, I think I put about a tablespoon in there, but definitely like follow the recipe the first time, and then you can play around with it the next
Sure.
time. I'm gonna go ahead and put some fresh ground pepper, which I always love to do.
again,
So
for the recipe,
good.
check out our website, healthyfoodhappyu.com.
Really easy to follow, and I know that you make a 3-bean salad at home,
I
right?
do.
So if you wanted to, you could definitely add more beans to this.
That's right.
Kidney beans, black beans, black-eyed peas would be great in here. So feel free to load up on any other veggies you have, any kind of bell peppers, even tomatoes would be good in this.
Mushrooms.
Yeah. So
Even
it's
if you wanted
really
to make it a
nice.
regular salad, actually, I just had one last night. Lettuce and balsamic vinegar and a little bit of lemon juice.
Yeah, it's perfect. So, shall we taste it?
Let's do
All
it.
right.
I'm excited.
Great. So there's a
My
plate.
favorite part.
Yay! Plate for each of us.
Thanks. I'll work so hard at scooping it since
Thank
you worked so hard
Thank you,
making
Gina.
it. Yeah, I'm such a hard worker around here. All right, let's
Okay,
do
here's
this.
a fork for you. Give it a taste. Hopefully lots of good flavor. Wow. That's so good.
I love the vinegar and lemon juice.
It really
It's
came together really
strong. I
nice.
know. We need a summer party now. I'm all about summer parties.
And this goes perfectly with our quesadillas. It's a really nice, well-rounded meal. With your bean salad, the quesadilla.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it. So you have prepared all these fabulous meals. Tell us a little bit more about what you do at PCRM, because how did you come to learn all of these awesome meals?
Well, these are some of the recipes that we will make for our research participants. I do a lot of cooking for our research participants that come in to learn about a low-fat vegan diet for therapeutic purposes.
Sure.
So I do a lot of the cooking, and these are some of the recipes we make. But in my regular job at PCRM, I work on our 21-day program. It's our 21-day kickstart. It's an online program, and it's very, very popular. It's been running since the end of 2009, and 210,000 people have participated.
Wow.
So they come and sign
That's
up.
a good number.
Yeah. They get an email each day during the 21-day period that takes them to a great site of cooking demos and nutrition webcasts and quiz questions and nutrition facts.
And this is all available to you for
free.
Gotta love that.
Yes, absolutely.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And each time you said you have about 20, 30,000 people that are
Yeah.
doing it.
It's
So this is
super
really
fun.
popular. Obviously, something easy to follow. You have the support that you need. There's a Facebook, right? They can get support through Facebook, or they can actually email questions that they have, correct?
Yeah, there's an online forum that our dietitians and healthcare professionals monitor, and they can ask questions and talk with one another. Happy to help guide them along.
So who would you recommend this for? Like someone that has really thought about it, but thought about switching to a plant-based diet, but didn't know what foods to eat, or?
You know, this program has been really popular for the range. So it's people who may already be following this type of diet, but just want to learn more recipes. And then we have the very beginner too. So they know nothing, no recipes, And they'll do it, usually people do it 2 to 3 times. So they'll do it for a whole year. So we run it in January, April, and September.
And there are different recipes each day?
Yep, different recipes is a 21-day meal plan. And they can follow it to a T if they want, or they can play around. It really depends on people's lifestyle.
I should really do that. I have like a 7-day meal planner for my kids, and I kind of repeat it the next 7 days, and we just kind of get stuck in this same meals over and over and over again. So that'd be nice for, like you said, someone who already follows a plant-based diet but just needs
and I learn something new every time, something new about nutrition, and the fun part that I really, really love about the Kickstart program is our celebrity coaches, and you get a celebrity coach leading you through each day. So people like Dean Ornish or Dr. Barnard, even Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah,
so people
I love
like that.
her.
Yeah, they give you
great.
little tips and things like that.
That is so sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I will check it out online. You definitely check it out online at PCRM.org is where they can find this Kickstart program and lots of other wonderful things that PCRM offers. And if you would like more info, as always, you can look at our website, healthyfoodhappyyou.com. If you have any ideas for what you'd like to see coming up on the show, follow us on Facebook. Give us your ideas. We'd love to see some of your ideas on show. I know you would too. So we'll see you next time. Thank you so much, Jill, for being with us.
Thanks for having me. It was really fun.